Questions to do,
And
man.
so I'm just cruising, living my life. I almost died so much. I want to live, man.
Yeah, I want to live, man.
Livin. And I'm just cruising, and all of a sudden the deer comes out. I hit a deer going 55 on my Harley
With your fake helmet
with
on.
my fake helmet. But that actually saved my life. So they said because of how much I rolled, you ever put on a football helmet and try to do a crunch?
Yeah, I think so.
I rolled so many times that if there was any weight on my head, I would have snapped my neck. So like that helmet that I had that was heavy would have been like blah, 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 and I would have cracked my neck. And so I hit this deer going 55, tucked and rolled, and ended up only with like my fingernail grows in differently right here. It was a slight hairline fracture here and a little one here, and no broken bones, no nothing. That was the moment. I remember still being in the hospital bed, and I was like in high spirits talking, and when they picked me up, they're like, "We thought you were dead. 2 days ago, someone hit a deer and they died on a Harley." And I was just like, but it was funny since I had Mike behind me though. Mike comes running up behind me. He saw everything. He's just like, just dropping the F-bomb,
Yeah.
running up. I hear him. He comes up to me. He's like, "Dude, are you all right?" I was like, "Mike, get my real helmet."
Get my
He
real
went over to
helmet.
my bike, pulled out my real helmet, and I just kind of moved my head up, and he put it on my head, and I laid back down. So when the ambulance got there, I wasn't going to be written up for no helmet.
Oh, yeah, you're like, I don't want to go to jail. Please put on my real helmet.
So I put on a real helmet, which is super funny. But I remember the drive back, and I'm just like with the nurses and stuff, or the people in the ambulance, EMTs, and they thought I was going to die. And there was that moment where I said, well, God's got something for me. Like there's an intention for my life. It was so clear that whatever was going to cross my path, I was just going to do. And that's important to the story because I would have never chose art. Like I love to doodle and stuff, but I was not like art.
Yeah.
So I get out of the Marine Corps and I take 6 months off. I take my new Harley to Sturgis.
New Harley.
Got right back on.
Yeah, you just, well,
Hair-
fell off.
hair of the
Get back on.
dog.
Yeah, yeah.
I got right back on. Took it to Sturgis. Lived my life for a little bit. And that 6 months, I didn't have to use my brain very much. Going to war is one of the simplest things in your mind because you legitimately just say, don't die. Like that's your thought process is don't die. You're not, I need to pay rent today. I need to go get groceries. That's what I mean by easy. Not like it's easy to be in war, but it's an easy mentality. If you're just like, I'm just going to go out, try not to die and come back. You forget about everything else. So you don't use your brain. That's why that 4 months I was there, I didn't use my brain much because I was like, oh, I'm pretty safe, but I'm not worrying about bills. I'm not worrying about anything besides writing home.
Yeah.
So now I have 6 months I'm taking off when I get home from war. I'm not using my brain again. I'm just riding my Harley to Sturgis, hanging out with friends, doing some stuff. And I decide, okay, time for me to get a job and go to school.